Morning, students. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, students.
Good morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Today we'll be going with utility classes in first 2 hours, and the afternoon session will be going with what remaining part of your collection framework. So first, let's see first of all the list of utility classes that are available, and then we'll be going with the program for each and every thing. It's very simple and interesting. It's not going to be like how it is collection framework. It's not going to be like that. It's very simple to understand this utility classes, and every class has its own importance. So let's go with one by one clearly. Fine. Let me share the screen. Fine. So this was complete syllabus of what your unit 4. Unit 4. See, so only these things will be discussing. Utility classes will be discussing like string tokenizer, bit set, date, calendar, random, formatter, and then scanner. These things will be discussing in complete 2 hours of session, and try to understand. The only thing what you need to do is you need to take the theory of that string tokenizer and the program. Date of the date theory 2 to 3 lines, and then program. Calendar theory 2 to 3 lines, and then program. Like that you need to remember each and everything. In examination also they might be giving you about explain about string tokenizer, explain about date, or explain about random or scanner. Like that they might be asking you the questions in what external examination. Definitely there will be a question from utility classes. One question will be there from utility classes, either for 5 marks or 8 marks, or it might be anything. So a question will be there based on utility classes. Among that, the important classes are going to be string tokenizer, calendar, scanner, and random. Among this 7 classes, the important things are going to be string tokenizer, calendar, scanner, and then random. These classes are very, very important. So we'll be discussing one by one class clearly. String tokenizer, what is the purpose of that string tokenizer, and all will be discussing clearly one by one, right? So in between I will be asking you for every I will be asking after completion of string tokenizer. I will be asking you to show me the notes and the program of that. So be careful. In between I might be asking you the things also, questions also, right? Be careful with that, right? So let's enter into string tokenizer. Right, the first utility class that we are going to discuss, that is what a string tokenizer. String tokenizer. So what is the purpose of string tokenizer? So the simple thing that you need to remember for string tokenizer, tokenizer class is what we need. If you want to break the strings into pieces, if you want to break the strings into pieces, then if you want to break the strings into pieces, if you want to break the strings into pieces, then we can make use of the string tokenizer class. String tokenizer class. Suppose I have a string like this. 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 Now I would like to break this particular string. I stored this particular string in some very object call. This particular string in an object call string str is equal to opening double quotes and then closing double quotes. I stored it in one single thing I stored, right? Now, what I would like to do is this string str contains what Vigyan Institute of Technology and Science, and I would like to break this particular string into some pieces. Like I would like to break this into some pieces like Vigyan, and then institute. Each and every word I would like to split off, and then technology. Like that, I would like to split into each and every word. Each and every word I would like to split. So or else I would like to split in such a way that where I comes, and from that I would like to split this particular string. That means I need to make as one thing, and then gan space one thing, and then from ins t from is one thing, and tu to e is one thing. Like that I'm going to take one delimiter over there. Delimiter in the sense how I'm going to divide this particular string into pieces. Based on what criteria I would like to delete this particular string into pieces. Suppose I have I would like to divide this particular string into some set of pieces, into some set of pieces in such a way that wherever space appears, and that I need to convert into one single space. That means from this Vigyan I need to take as one single piece, and institute as one single piece, and off is one single piece, technology is one single piece, and is one single piece, and then science as what, one single piece. That means one single token. Piece is nothing but one single token. I would like to divide that into some set of pieces, and each and every piece can be considered as what, a token. Token means the smallest individual unit. That means if you want to break out a particular string into small pieces, we need to take certain delimiter, we need to take certain condition. On what condition we need to divide this particular string? Suppose I'm going to take one condition that Vigyan of technology and science I would like to divide. If I want to divide this into each and every word, then I need to take a delimiter, or I need to take a condition that if space appears, then I can conclude that it's going to be one word, and again space appears, then I'm going to conclude it's going to be one word. Like that, I'm going to divide this particular string into into words based on certain thing, or based on certain delimiter, that is space. And apart from that space, if you want to delete this particular a string, if you find I, then you want to delete, then you can do it. So how we'll be dividing that particular string into different pieces, that I will be explaining you in the program. And where we'll be using this string tokenizer class. So we'll be using this string tokenizer class in such a way that I have one passage of text, and I would like to send this passage of text into some lines. I would like to send into one file, another set of lines I would like to send into another file. In that case, I can make use of this string tokenizer. Or else I can do one thing, that there might be some problem, like I would like to take this Vigyan of technology and science, and I would like to place this Vigyan of technology and science into another file by making this Vigyan of technology and science as reverse order. Words as reverse order, not reverse means it's not going to be E, C, and like, it's not like that. How I would like to place is this Vigyan of technology and science, I would like to place in a particular file, and in that particular file, how I can place is that every word I need to make reverse. That means Vigyan I need to make reverse, institute I have to make it as reverse, off I need to make as what, reverse, technology I need to make as reverse, and I need to make as reverse, science I need to make as what, reverse. And this reversed words or reversed data that I would like to send into a file. So this is need to be done. In order to do such kind of things, what we need to do is, first of all, we need to take a string, and that string we need to divide into what, a set of pieces. That string we need to divide into what, set of pieces. In order to divide a string into set of pieces, Java is providing us a class called string tokenizer class called what, a string tokenizer class. So how this string tokenizer class is going to divide the particular a string into set of pieces? See, creating a string tokenizer class object, and how we are going to create is that string tokenizer st is equal to new string tokenizer str within double quotes will be taking some delimiter. That means which string that you want to divide, and that string I'm going to take over here, comma, delimiter. Delimiter means it might be comma, or it might be slash, or it might be anything, or it might be space, anything that you want to consider as a delimiter. If that delimiter appears in that particular string, and from the beginning of that string to that particular position, it will be divided as one single piece. And after that delimiter to the next delimiter appears in the string, and that part will be considered as one single string. So one single a piece. Like that, based on delimiter, your string is going to be divided into set of pieces. And now question comes in your brain that, sir, you're saying that with the help of this string tokenizer, we can divide that particular string into set of pieces by passing a string as an argument, as well as what, delimiter. Now how to access it? How to access those set of pieces? And those set of pieces can be accessed with the help of st, with the help of what, string tokenizer object. We have some set of methods to access, and we'll be discussing those methods. So example, to break a string wherever comma is found, we can write a string tokenizer object as like this. To break a string wherever a comma is found, we can write string tokenizer class like this. String tokenizer st is equal to new string tokenizer str within double quotes comma. That means if comma appears, some data comma, and then some data comma, and some data comma, then what happens is this string is going to be divided from beginning to this comma, and after this comma to the next comma, and after this next comma to what, next comma. Like that, the string is going to be divided, because here delimiter is what, comma. Next thing is to break a string wherever comma or colon or both found, then we can use. That means if you want to say that two things, either comma appears or colon appears, we need to break that particular what a string means. Then we can make use like this. We can take two symbols within this double quotes, comma and then colon. So wherever comma and colon appears, then we can break the string. Then we can break that particular string into set of pieces. Is it clear for everyone what is the purpose of string tokenizer? At least the base thing, a string will be taken and that string you want to divide into a set of pieces. Then we can make use of this string tokenizer class. Is it clear? I need it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about others?
Sir.
So disabling chart has become what very big problem for you all, right? I think so. Right. So how to access that? So just like iterator, we have what as next. Here also we have some method called as more elements. This method tests if there are more tokens available in the string tokenizer object or not. If next token is there, it returns what? True. Next token, this method returns the next token from the string tokenizer. Count to tokens. This method counts and returns the number of tokens available in a string tokenizer object. Apart from that, we have many other methods are also available, but this we are going to use frequently. What important methods belongs to what string tokenizer? Okay, is it clear, or what again repetition is required? It's very simple. ఒక string ని what divide చేయడానికి string tokenizer object యూస్ చేస్తాం. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసేప్పుడే ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ ఏదైతే స్ట్రింగ్ ని మీరు డివైడ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ ని తీసుకుంటాం. అలాంగ్ విత్ దట్ విల్ బి టేకింగ్ వన్ delimiter over here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Make a note of the students fast. I will be giving you 2 minutes of time. Make a note of this.
సార్ ఆ డీలిమిటర్ అనేది స్ట్రింగ్ లో ప్రతి చోట ఇవ్వాలి కదా సార్?
స్ట్రింగ్ లో ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు నాన్న. ఇప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ లో విజ్ఞాన్ స్టాఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ అండ్ సైన్స్ ఉంటే మీరు వర్డ్స్ కింద డివైడ్ చేయాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ విజ్ఞాన్ స్టాఫ్ టెక్నాలజీ అండ్ సైన్స్ లో స్పేస్ అన్నది డీలిమిటర్ కింద తీసుకుని ఆ స్పేస్ ఉండాలి. అంటే ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ లో మీరు ఎలా డివైడ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో ఆ స్ట్రింగ్ లోంచి ఏదో ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ ని ఇక్కడ డీలిమిటర్ కింద తీసుకోవాలి. అంతే, మోర్ ఆర్ లెస్ నువ్వు చెప్పింది. చూద్దాం, మనం ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చూస్తే మీకు అర్థం అవుతుంది. And tomorrow I'm not going to take any class. If possible, Friday I will take, or else Saturday again. Try to complete the programs. I did not share the Google form links I created, but I forgot to share in the group. But I will share it. Completed? Students, I need a response.
సార్
Go ahead.
లాస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లో కామా అండ్ కాలన్ కనబడినప్పుడు టోకెనైజ్ చేయమని అన్నారు కదా సార్.
Hmm.
అది కామా అండ్ కాలన్ పక్క పక్కన వచ్చినప్పుడు లేకపోతే ఎక్కడైనా ర్యాండమ్ గా
ఎక్కడైనా బాబు, అంటే ఇది వాడు అక్కడ ఇచ్చాడు వేరెవర్ కామా ఆర్ కోలన్ ఆర్ బోత్. కామా ఉన్నా పర్లేదు, కోలన్ ఉన్నా పర్లేదు, ఆర్ రెండు ఒక దగ్గర ఉన్నా పర్లేదు. ఓన్లీ కామా ఉన్నా పర్లేదు, ఓన్లీ కోలన్ ఉన్నా పర్లేదు.
ఓకే సార్.
చూద్దాం, మనం ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూస్తే తెలుస్తుంది. డిఫరెంట్ డేటాకి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూస్తే తెలుస్తుంది. Completed? Response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Make a note of this. Completed. Completed. Students respond.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Completed. Kartikeya, are you done with that? Respond, students. Today very less number 59, 58 only. Kartikeya, Rasna. Vasavi.
Yes, sir.
Rastunarama.
Yes, sir.
Prithvi, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Everything is okay now?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. 537. 537. ఎక్కడున్నావు బాబు? Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Kartikeya? Kartikeya. Kept his mobile somewhere. Okay, let's enter into the programming part. String token demo.java. So here I'm taking one simple string. He's a gentleman. After that, I'm creating one what a string tokenizer object, and to the string tokenizer object, I'm passing space str. That is, he's a gentleman. After that, space. Now what happens is it will divide this particular string tokenizer. What it will do is it divides this particular string into set of pieces based on certain criteria, that space. Now system.out.println, this was actual string, and tokens I would like to display here, and the same thing, st dot string tokenizer object dot has more next tokens. If more tokens are there, it returns true and it enters into this. Next token gives us the what first piece, and that I'm going to store in t, that is a string object. After that, I'm going to print that particular t. That means what happens here is I used to get a first he in t, then is in t, and then a, and then gentle, and then man. Like that, the things will be printed over there. If you compile this program, java c space string tokenizer dot java, say string to token demo dot java. After that, java space -cp string token. string token demo, right? Actual string is he is gentleman and then tokens. Now you have a lot of doubts in your brain that let's go with those things. Here I'm going to take a comma. After that I'm going to take what here, or let's take comma and then space, comma and then a space. And here I'm going to take what he is and then comma. Okay, comma. Okay, right. So the thing is, what I'm going to expect is if comma or space appears, then it has to be divided into a one single piece. That means E has to be divided as one single piece. After that, ISA has to be divided into one single piece, and then gentle has to be divided into one single piece, and then man has to be divided into one single piece. This is what we are expecting. Let's see. Let's try to compile this again. Okay, we got the same thing, right? So first he, because we are not taking any space, comma is there, and by seeing that comma, it will be considering it as one single token, and then is IA, and then space is there. That's the reason it will be considered as another token, and gentle, that will be considered as another token, and then man, that will be considered as what, another token over here. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's try to take one more thing here, that I, and here we'll be taking I. Let's save it. So let's compile this. 3 characters if you take, then what happens? Let's see. So what happened here is he, comma is there, it will be considered as one thing. After that, SA is considered, because I is a delimiter over there. So that's the reason it was be considered, and SA will be there. After that space, and then what G will be considered as one single space, and then ENTLE one single space, because comma is there, and then man. Okay, right. Let's do one more thing here. What we'll be doing is AD will take. Now what happens? He will be considered as one piece, and AD will be considered as one piece. SA will be considered as one piece, and G will be considered as one piece. TELET can be considered as one piece, and man is considered as what, another piece. Now let's compile this. Let's run this program. So we'll be getting like this: E, and then what, AD, SA, G, ENTLE, and then man. Okay, right. So the way you are printing the elements, you need to be remember this here. Creating string tokenizer object and giving delimiter is very simple. But the thing is, you need to know here how these tokens we are going to retrieve. That's more important over here. We have a method called st.asMoreTokens, and if more tokens are there, it returns what, true. If this while loop, if this method gives us true, means enters into this while loop, and it takes the token, it stores in t, and after that we'll be printing the t value over on the output screen. T value on the output screen. Now one more thing, I have a doubt. System.out.println, I am going to print directly that st object. If I print any object, which method is going to be called internally?
toString.
Always Srikar is giving an answer for this toString method, and no one knows about toString method. So what happens is this, when we print the string tokenizer object, it's giving an actual thing, class name at the rate what, hash code, class name at the rate what, hash code. Okay, so not the thing, right? So take this program all of you first, and then we'll be going with the scanner class. Make it fast. Here we'll go with the previous one only. He is gentle. Completed. power cut, there won't be any problem because we are in college. Completed, students, respond. Students, are you listening? Any one of you can give a response, right?
Finished, sir.
Yes, sir.
Completed?
Yes, sir.
560
Yes, sir.
completed. 560.
No, sir.
Okay. 2501. Fine. Completed, everyone? 60.
Yes, sir.
So, right. Everyone clear with the string tokenizer, right? Any doubts in this?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Fine. So, the next thing is java.util package contains another important class which we are going to use frequently. That is a scanner class. That is what? A scanner class. And what is the use of this scanner class is, with the help of scanner class, we can read the data from the keyboard. We can read the data from the keyboard. So if you go with Java API, you go with Java API, inside this Java API, java.util package, and in that util package, we have a class called scanner. And this scanner class takes less code when compared to your buffer reader. Already we had come across something called as buffer reader, and with the help of that buffer reader, we used to take the data from the keyboard. We used to take the data from the keyboard, and frequently we are using that buffer reader, and it is going to readline method we are going to use, and with the help of that readline method, we are going to take the data from the keyboard, and we are going to convert that string in the form of what? Integer, by using what? Wrapper classes. By using what? Wrapper classes. But here, a scanner class, what happens is no need to do huge coding, and they are providing what? Very methods directly. If you want to read integer, no need to do any conversions and all. If you want to do integers, if you want to read integers, then you can directly read that particular integers over there. Directly you can read that particular integers or characters, whatever it might be, you can read from this. And here there are many constructors are available. You can see many constructors are there. In that we'll be using only one thing, that source. Which source will be sending is that system.in will be sending over there. So which one? File source construct a new constructor provides a scanned value specified. Might be anything is going to be taken here. Object, we don't have an object. I think it takes source. Construct a new scanner that produces values scanned from a specified file or readable source, I think. And this one it takes construct a new scanner that produces values scanned from the specified source. It takes this thing and it does that. And we have many methods are there: close method, delimiter method, find inline method, find with in origin, as next, as big integer, next integer. Like many things are there. Among that, the frequently used methods are this. And first of all, how to create an object means scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.in. And when you are going to use the scanner class, definitely we need to import the java.util package. And if you are using buffer reader means, definitely we need to include a java.io package. And here scanner s is equal to new scanner system.in. The meaning of this is we are establishing a connection. That means this object, we are establishing a connection with the keyboard. System.in represents what? Keyboard. We are establishing a connection with the keyboard. And we have some set of methods over here. Public string next line, and next means returns the next token from the scanner in the form of string. And next line, it moves the scanner position to the next line and returns the value as what? A string. Next byte scans the next token as a byte. That means if you read only byte value, then you can make use of this next byte. And if you want to read short value, you can make use of next short. If you read only integer, you can make use of what? Next int. If you want to read long value, you can make use of next long, and next double, next float, and next double. Like that, if you want to read a particular value, and that function we can use. But the thing that was happened in buffer reader is that for everything we need to read in the form of string. After reading that in the form of string, we need to convert that into particular type. If you want to read integers, means we will be asking the user to enter two integers in two different lines, and one integer will be entered on one line, another integer will be entered in another line. That will be read, and that will be taken in the form of string, and that string will be converted in the form of integer with the help of what? Wrapper classes. With the help of what? Wrapper classes. But here no need to do such type of conversions and all. And if you want to read integer from the keyboard, then directly you can ask the user to enter integer, and we can make use of next int function. With the help of that next int function, we can read the particular what integer from the particular integer from the keyboard. No need to do any conversions and all. So the frequently using what class which is used to read the data from the keyboard is scanner class. Scanner class. We nowadays will not be going with buffer reader and buffer reader and all. Most of the cases will be going with scanner class, because it's very simple to create an object, and it's very simple to use the functions that are available in scanner class. From now onwards, whatever the input that you are going to take in Java, and try to make use of this scanner class. Don't go with buffer reader br is equal to new buffer reader new input stream reader. Of course we are used it. If you're not able to use it, you don't know how what before this scanner class, how it was done. All these things you're not able to know about it. That's the reason up to this fourth unit I used only what buffer reader. I not use scanner class. From last class or before that class only, I'm going to use making use of this scanner class. This is the importance of scanner class. We have what predefined methods that are available, where we can directly read what the things from the keyboard. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Make a note of this, and then we'll be going with the next thing, calendar class. Make a note of this fast. The important things and the interesting things among those 7 classes that I'm going to discuss first, and the board ones I will discuss last, like formatter, and then what bit set alanti koni classes unnai. I will last discuss chedam, but initially we'll be going with this.
Sir,
I think, yeah, go ahead.
స్కానర్ వాడి క్యారెక్టర్ రీడ్ చేయాలి అంటే స్కానర్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డాట్ నెక్స్ట్ డాట్ క్యారెట్ 0 అని ఇవ్వాలంటే సార్, అసలు ఆ సింటాక్స్ అర్థం అవ్వలేదు నాకు.
Yes, I will discuss that. చెప్తాను నేను. sc dot next dot what caret within double within parentheses will be taking 0, right?
Yes, sir.
I will explain. Completed? Make it fast, students. Already we completed 1 hour, not 1 hour 40 minutes. Maniteja, not there. 49.
Yes, sir.
Are you writing?
Yes, sir.
21. Yesterday also you're not responded. Akil. 21. 13. Kartikeya. Kartikeya. 505. 19.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where are you? 505.
At home, sir.
Ashok. 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 515 Ashok. So Kartikeya, Ashok. 537. Not responded. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So scanner demo.java, and here what I will be doing is I will be accepting the different things here. I'm going to take string name and then roll number. After that, one float variable. I would like to take this name and then roll number from the keyboard. And if you want to accept it by using buffer reader means, first of all, I need to import that java.io package, import space java.io.star. This I need to take first of all here. And then I can use what buffer reader br is equal to new buffer reader. And then inside this new buffer reader, we need to take what something some object, that new input stream reader, new input stream reader, and then what a system dot in. Okay, this is the syntax that I need to take. And after that, if you want to accept an integer, I'm going to take int a is equal to, and I will be using one wrapper class integer dot parse int of what br dot read line. And then again I can take one more variable over here. One more variable, if I want to read means, again I'm going to take here int b is equal to integer dot parseInt of br dot read line. So this is an object. With the help of this object, we are using what readline method. This readline method reads one single line in the form of string, and that will be converting in the form of what integer by using what parseInt method. ParseInt is a static method, and from integer class. ParseInt is a static method from integer class. And finally, I'm going to print sum of the two numbers, system.out.println a plus b. This is what happened over there. Okay. Now this is what happened over there. Now what I would like to do is the same thing I'm going to write with respect to scanner class. Same thing I'm going to write with respect to what a scanner class. And how I'm going to write here scanner sc is equal to new scanner s is equal to new scanner, and here I'm going to take what system dot in. Now before this, you can do one statement, one thing here, that system dot out dot println enter two integers in two different lines, in two lines. Enter two integers, one integer in one line. One integer in one line. And after this, again I'm going to take system.out.println. System.out.println. Enter two integers. Will be taking the message like this, and then we'll be taking int c is equal to sc dot next int. That's it. And int d is equal to sc dot next int. And after that, we'll be printing the sum of the two numbers, system.out.println c plus d. Save it. Now we are used two things here, and what we need to handle this particular exception. If you're not able to handle that exception, throw out that particular exception by using what throws IO exception. Scanner demo.java java-cp So enter two integers, one in one line. So I'm going to enter 1025. I got a 35 over there. But here what happens is enter two integers means in one single line, I'm entering two integers, 12 space 32, just like in C language. And it is going to accept that, and it's going to take 12 in C and 32 in D, and it prints some of the two numbers. Okay. So there, what if you are using this what buffer reader means, in one single line only one thing we need to enter. If you enter two things, then what happens, it raises an exception, number format exception, it raising there, because it is going to read that complete thing in the form of string, that is 10 space 20, it is going to read in the form of string, and that string 10 space 20 it is not able to convert in the form of integer, so it raises what number format exception. But in case of this, I'm going to enter in one single line one thing, and but in case of this, there won't be any number format exception. As per our convenient, we can enter by giving space. So it will be, it is going to be accepted over here. So this is the logic that we need to use in order to read the by using what buffer reader, and this is the logic that we need to use in order to read the data from the by using what scanner class. Among this, which one is going to be simple? Which one you feel comfortable over there?
Scanner.
Scanner is very simple, just like how we are used in what C language, it's going to be like this. But coming to this buffer reader, what happens is creating writing one big instruction, remembering that but a big instruction, first of all, this is very big deal for us. And after that, auto boxing concept has involved converting a string to integer, what converting one object to another object concept has been involved over there. And that's going to be another that's going to be a big problem for us. Suppose if the user entered some textual data over there, then it what generates some exception over there. Now what happens is, what I'm trying to do is, sir, you said that there is some problem if I enter 10 space 20. If I entered one single line, there won't be any problem. Okay, now I'm going to enter 10 space 20 space D. I'm going to enter with respect to next int. That means here there won't be any problem. Next int, it is going to store, it will be taking the first value 10 and it's going to be stored in C. Next thing is I'm going to take 20D, but there is no digit number called 20D. Then what happens here? It raises some exception, input mismatch exception, it is raising over there. Input mismatch exception, it is raising over there. Okay, so that means what happens is, if you entered here 10L means, then it raises what number format exception over there, because we are reading that by using what buffer reader, and at the time of converting this 10L to integer, then what it is raising some exception, number format exception. But the same thing that you are done for Vapor class, so same thing that you are done for scanner class means, then it's not generating what number format exception, it is generating what input mismatch exception. Input mismatch exception. There the problem is this function is raising an exception, because this is not able to convert that 10L in the form of what integer. That's the reason it's generating an exception over there. But in this case, the problem is with this next int function only, because it is not able to read that. The expected thing is going to be integer, but the thing what is there over there is what a string. So that's the reason it's giving some exception, that input mismatch exception. Input mismatch exception. Okay, fine. So this is how we'll be reading the data. Now let's see other those things. This is addition of two numbers, and then we'll be reading the data of name, roll number, and then string, name, roll number, and then percentage. See, system.out.println, enter name, roll number, and then percentage. I'm going to read a name. So I'm using here next function. This next function, what it does is it reads a token. It reads a token and stores that in the form of string. And here name is a string object, and we'll be storing it. And after that, next sc.next. So it reads a token and stores that in the form of what? In a string. So how it will be considered as token means, suppose you entered Vignan space 18501, you entered something like this, then there is a space. This next function terminates by saying the space. That means Vignan will be considered as one token, 501 will be considered as another token. Up to Vignan it takes and it is stores in name. And coming to this, next thing 18501, it is going to take and it stores in roll number. Okay, next function, what it does is it takes one single word from the keyboard and it stores that in string object. Stores that in string object. After that, we'll be reading percentage with float, and then we'll be printing all those values. Let's see. Let's try to compile this. So 10, 20, and after that 3 space 4, 7. Enter name means I'm entering here name as some name, and then I'm going to enter roll number 501. Now what happens is this SKR is stored in name, and 18-501 is stored in roll number. After that percentage, it is going to take 0.3 it will take. Now what happens is it is going to print that SKR will be printed. after that 18501, after that 0.3% will be printed over there. Okay, like that it will be. Okay, clear with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So the question that was asked by students is that, suppose I have a string s is equal to, I have something called as Vignan. I have something called as what? Vignan. Now what happens is, I would like to take only first character from this Vignan. So what I will be doing is s dot caret of 0. S dot caret of what? 0. If I compile it, then what happens is, I used to get the first character of Vignan. Okay, first character I got over here. Okay, v, first character I got over here. That means what happens is, caret is one function, and the duty of this function is to split your string, or to get individual characters of a particular string. That means character by character, if you want to retrieve, then we can make use of this caret function. Suppose if I'm going to take here 2, then I used to get a third character. Then I used to get what? Third character of Vignan. 0, 1, 2 means, that means I used to get what? A G over there. So third character I got. Okay, fine. Now your question is, what I would like to accept this string. Let us assume that I would like to accept this string from the keyboard. So I will be making use of this system.out.println. I would like to accept one character, enter a character, enter any character. Okay, enter any character. Now what I'm doing is, char chc is equal to sc dot next, and what is the purpose of this sc dot next? Sc dot next purpose is what? It reads a token in the form of string. In the form of what? String. That means it will be considered as string. And from this string, I need a first character. From this string, I need a first character. I need a first character. Okay, I need a first character. Okay, so character ch or c. Okay, so what happens is, I'm going to read one character. I'm going to read one a string, and from that string, I'm going to take only first character. What we don't worry about this, whether next is going to read what group of characters or one single character, whatever it might be. If you enter what one single character also, it will take that character and it gives as what? One character over there. So let's save this. C was already defined. So enter any character means I'm going to enter here v. So the value that will be what? V. Suppose what happens is, I'm going to enter over there as I'm going to enter over here as VIGNAN. So this VIGAN was taken by this S dot next. SC dot next is going to take what? This VIGNAN. But in that VIGNAN, what we are saying is dot. That means SC dot next. The meaning of this is VIGNAN. It was taking the data from the keyboard. VIGNAN dot caret of 0. In that, what's the first character we have? 0th character we have? V is there, and that V is stored in C1, and we'll be printing that V over here. We'll be printing V over there. Even though you entered n number of characters over here, it takes only V. It takes only V, because we framed the logic in such a way that this next function is going to read the data, is going to read a token in the form of string, and in that token we need a first character. We need what? A first character, and that has been stored in C1. That has been stored in C1. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At least this part, if you're not able to understand this, it doesn't matters. Up to this, if you understood, then it would be good. Buffer reader, scanner, and then what? Accepting the string, and then what? Roll number, percentage. I've understood. I need a quick response, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So, do you want to write this buffer reader again?
No, sir.
Okay. Take this scanner class. Take the scanner class. Accepting integers, string, student information, and then reading one single character. Take this fast. I think you have written the theory of scanner class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Make a note of this program. Ranjit, are you listening? Prashant, Ranjit, Danish, respond.
Yes, sir.
Ranjit,
Yes, sir.
Danish, Danish, not there. 38,
Yes, sir.
I've understood.
Yes, sir.
26,
Yes, sir.
35.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
There are none.
501, 501.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts?
No, sir.
48,
No doubt, sir.
34, 34. Maniteja,
సార్
ఎందుకు లేట్ వచ్చావు?
కొంచెం బాగాలేదు సార్.
ఏమైంది?
మొన్న వ్యాక్సిన్ ఇప్పించుకున్నా సార్.
ఓకే, ఓకే, టేక్ కేర్.
ఓకే సార్.
Completed? You need to be very speed. Students completed?
Yes,
Sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, ma. Sujana, you're asking something? Or
సార్
Srikar?
system.out.println లో SC డాట్ నెక్స్ట్ అని పెడితే మనకి స్ట్రింగ్ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
ఓకే, అంటే సిస్టమ్ డాట్ అవుట్ డాట్ ప్రింట్ ఉన్నాయి అంటే యాక్సెప్ట్ అవ్వాలి, ప్రింట్ అవ్వాలి, రెండు జరగాలి.
అవును సార్.
కంప్లీటెడ్ స్టూడెంట్స్?
Yes, sir.
అవుతుంది బాబు. మళ్ళీ అన్ని ఇవ్వాలి. So this is how it accepts and it prints. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the trigger out is in that system.out.println itself. If you are going to take sc.next, what will happen? So what happens is first it reads the data, and this is high. It reads what's the characters that we entered. After that, it prints it. Okay. Fine. So clear with this, everyone? Scanner class.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
And from now onwards, try to use only scanner class. Don't go with buffer reader. Don't go with buffer reader. Try to use a scanner class. Right. So the next class is going to be the calendar class, which is going to be an important class. And then what date class, which is a previous class. Before calendar, we have what date class is there. So let's see what do you mean by this calendar class. Calendar class is useful in two ways. It helps in knowing the system date and time. It helps in storing date and time value so that it can be used to transport it to some other application. And that means we can know the current system date and time. At the same time, we can set the date and time, and to some other application, we can send that particular object. Calendar is an abstract class. Calendar is an abstract class. We cannot create an object for that, but it contains a method called getInstance method, and which is used to return calendar object, which is used to return what calendar object. That means we are not in a position to create an object for this calendar, but calendar class contains one abstract method. Calendar class contains one abstract method, and that abstract method gives us calendar class object. Uses calendar class object. Let's enter into this calendar, and it contains many things, students. It contains many fields, all underscore styles, am, pn, like many things, many variables it contains. Let's go with get instance, right? So get instance is a method with parameter, without parameter, with parameter, without parameter, or with parameter returns what a calendar object. The return type of this is going to be calendar, just like the return type of any method is something like int, char, and float. This get instant method returns what a calendar object, right? So what happens is gets the calendar using default time and zone. The calendar returns is based on the current time in the default time zone with the default locale. Okay. So let's see what it uses. Make a note of this first, and then we need to discuss a few other things like get method, set method. These are the two methods are there, and with the help of get method, will be what getting the date and time, and with the help of set method, we are going to set the date and time, and how we'll be setting and how we'll be getting, that we'll be discussing. Just make a note of this fast. So for calendar class, we cannot create an object, but calendar class contains some set of concrete methods. In that concrete methods, we have one method called get instance method, and the return type of that get instance method is calendar. And in that way, we'll be creating an object for that calendar class, and we are going to call other concrete methods like set method and get methods. We are going to call. Completed?
No, sir. Done, sir.
Completed?
Completed, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let's
Yes, sir.
enter into the program. Right. Before entering into the program, first of all, let's see some set of fields that are available. So here we have one method called get method. What happened? Okay. Here we have a method called get method. And with the help of this get method, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking the fields. It is going to take some variable, and with the help of this get method, we'll be taking the particular field value. We have some set of fields as we already seen in Java API. We have what many huge number of fields are available over there. Huge number of variables that are available over here. Among that, few are important variables are calendar.date gives us the date. That means it doesn't use a complete date, month, and year. It gives only date 1 to 31st. And calendar.month gives us the month number from 1 to 12, but it doesn't use 1 to 12. It gives 0 to 11. It gives 0 to 11. Suppose if it is May means what it gives us 4. We need to increment it by 1. We need to increment it by 1 because it takes January as 0, February as 1. It indeed starts from 0 to 1 to 12. 1 to 12 they are saying, but exactly 0 to 11. Year gives us the year number, and calendar.hour gives us our current hour, gives us the minutes, gives us seconds, gives us AM, gives us 0 if it is AM, otherwise it gives us what 1. Okay, so like that we have what get method is there, and with the help of this get method we try to see one simple program over here. See, I'm creating in calendar class here. I'm creating a calendar class over here, and after that I'm going to get the date with the help of c1 dot get of calendar dot date gives us date, system current date, and c1 dot get of calendar dot month gives us month, and we are increasing that by 1. The reason is that it gives index from 0 to 5. Suppose if it is 6 means it gives us 5 only. We need to increment it by 1. At the time of displaying, we need to get what 5 over there. Without this m++ also, what will happen, we'll see. We'll be making it in comment lines, and after that we'll be retrieving the year, and then we are going to print the date, current date we are going to print colon dd. This dd will be printing, after that and then year, and everything it is going to return in the form of integer only, because the return type of get method is int. The return type of get method is what int. Okay, so and then we are going to retrieve time also, calendar dot hour, minute, and then seconds, and then we are going to print that things also, right? How we are going to print? See, current date colon dd. After that I'm attaching one string hyphen, after that after that I'm attaching one string hyphen, and then yy hyphen, and then what yy, and same thing happens here, h colon I'm attaching, after that and then colon, after that colon and then seconds. Like that it will be what printed. Let's try to see the output. Java c space calendar demo dot java. Okay, so the current date is 30/6/2021. We need to get, but we got here as 5. But the reason is that it gives as 5 for 6th month, because index starts from 0 to 11, and the time is what exact what's the time that we have, and it gives us that particular time, right? So now it is 12 minutes and then 9 seconds, 16 seconds. Okay. But the problem in C language is that if you execute one date and time అని చెప్పేసి రెండు ఉంటాయి తెలుసా మీకు? C language లో date time ని ప్రింట్ చేయడం ఎలానో తెలుసా? క్విక్ రెస్పాన్స్ తెలుసా తెలీదా?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
గొప్పలు రా బాబు. C language లో ఎలా ప్రింట్ చేయాలన్నది తెలియదు, అందులో ఉన్న ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటన్నది తెలియదు. సరే, ఒకటి అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, ఇక్కడ టైం చేంజ్ అవుతుందా లేదా? ఫస్ట్ టైం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక టైం, సెకండ్ టైం ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక టైం వచ్చిందా?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
వచ్చిందా? అదే
Yes,
అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తారు.
Yes, sir.
సి లాంగ్వేజ్ లో ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి రెండు మ్యాక్రోస్ ఇస్తారు. మ్యాక్రోస్ తెలుసా ఫస్ట్ మీకు?
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, ఆ మ్యాక్రోస్ ఏంటంటే ఇలా ఉంటాయి. ఎలా ఉంటాయి మ్యాక్రోస్? అండర్ స్కోర్ సారీ it will be going to be a capital letters, like you'll be defining something as define pi space 3.14 wherever you're using pi, and then in the place you'll be getting what a 3.14. This is what a macro, and in that this is pi is macro template. This 3.14 is going to be a macro expansion. Like that, we have predefined macros that are available: underscore date, underscore time, underscore date, underscore time. If you use this two predefined macros, and if you run placed in your what code blocks, and what you run that program, and you'll be getting current date and time, system current date and time. And after that, try to take only exe file. Don't go with again .c file. Take only exe file and execute it. It doesn't use system current date and time. At the time of execution, what's the system date and time is there, and that only it gives us always. But in Java, it's not going to be like that. If you execute at any time, and it gives us the current date and time, Okay. So try to know this, students. These are all basic things, right? You don't know how to print time and date in any programming language. What's the meaning in that, right? So we used M++, so we got what 36, 20, 21. Okay, clear? Response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now we'll be going with the set function c dot set of. What's the syntax? Let me so first. It takes first field. We need to take field after that value. Field after that value. Now let's try to change this data as c1 dot calendar dot date. I would like to set this date 24, and I would like to set this date as 2, so not date, month. And then I would like to set year as 32. And after that, I'm going to print it. Oh, sorry. If you print C1, you'll be getting in different way. Then how to print it? Again, we need to use getter. Okay, we'll use that only. C1 dot get of calendar dot date. C1 dot get calendar dot month. C1 dot get calendar of year. Okay, save it. Let's compile this. We are not taken plus over there. That's the reason it generated an error. Again, error by spelling mistake. Calendar. ఏం చేస్తున్నారా బాబు? స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్ ఉంటే అది కూడా చెప్పరా? Again 2 errors. What is the problem?
సార్ డేట్ మీరు స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ ఇచ్చారు.
సార్ ఒక బ్రాకెట్ మిస్ అయ్యండి. Now there is no error, right? So
this is what initially the system current date and time, and after that current date we have changed that particular date with the help of what, a set function. And C1 యొక్క date ని మనం change చేస్తాం, and then we are printing with respect to what, system.out.println. Now directly we can print that object, right? System.out.println direct object ని print చేయొచ్చు, C1 అని చెప్పేసి object ని print చేస్తే, but you will not be getting an expected thing. If you print C1, you will be getting some shock over that. See, up to this it is okay, and when you are going to print this java.util what, calendar, time, are fields equal to true, all our fields, like many things it is giving over there, many things it's giving over there. We are not able to understand the things also. Day of week, day of what a thing, first day of week, like something it's giving. Okay, so that's the reason we are not supposed to use this thing, but we can make use of set method and get method. With the help of those methods we can get the data, we can get the date and time, and we can set that particular date and time. Okay, clear with this everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, make a note of this. First, I think this is the third class, right? Remaining how many are there? 4 classes are there. 40 minutes time is there. In that 40 minutes, if we discuss 2 classes, one is date, other one is random. Okay, next class. Okay, fine, no problem. Even though time consumes also, no problem. We need to get the topic. Completed? Completed? Response, students, have you done with this or not? What's the problem for giving a response also?
No, sir.
ఏం కార్తికేయ, నువ్వు అప్పటి నుంచి రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వలేదు, ఇప్పుడు రెస్పాండ్ అవుతున్నావు? ఎక్కడ పెట్టి వెళ్ళిపోయావు, ఫోన్ ఆర్ ల్యాప్టాప్?
Disturbance ఉంది సార్, కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ అయితే పక్కకు.
మరి చెప్పడానికి ఏంట్రా?
చెప్తే మళ్ళా క్లాస్ చెప్తా సార్ మళ్ళా
చెప్తే క్లాస్ డిస్టర్బ్ అయిద్దా? ఎన్నిసార్లు పిలిచాను కార్తికేయ
2 times సార్.
2 times నీకు వినిపించింది, నేను 4-5 times పిలిచాను. సరే రాయండి. ఎస్
సార్ ఇప్పుడు జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ తోటి మన సిస్టమ్ లో టైం చేంజ్ చేయొచ్చా సార్?
జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ తోని మన సిస్టమ్ లో టైం నాట్ పాసిబుల్ అమ్మా. చేంజ్ చేయడానికి ఉండదు. మన జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్ తోని మన కంప్యూటర్ లో ఉన్న టైం ని మనం చేంజ్ చేయడానికి పాసిబిలిటీ ఉండదు. The thing is, we can set the time in that application, and we can do certain things. Certain things అంటే ఒకటి చెప్తాను వినండి. కొన్ని అప్లికేషన్స్ ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే ఒక డేట్ వరకు అప్లికేషన్స్ ఓపెన్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ డేట్ అయిన తర్వాత, టైం అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అప్లికేషన్స్ అన్నవి ఓపెన్ ఉండవు, క్లోజ్ అయిపోతాయి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యువర్ ఎంసెట్ అప్లికేషన్, సపోజ్ దే గివింగ్ the date as 5th July as the last date to apply. 5th July last date means 5th July up to 11:59 it will be inactive. Once 11:59 was completed, that means 6th July 12 AM, then it is going to stop automatically. That means what they are doing is, inside that they will stop receiving applications or the request from the users if a particular date or time expires. So in that case, what they will be doing is, they will be taking system current date and time, and they will be comparing with their target date and time. If this system current date and time what we have is before that targeted time and date, then our application need to be executed. Otherwise our application need not to be executed. Generally this is going to be used in your web applications, okay? Is it clear the importance where we'll be using this? That's the reason it was placed in utility class. Utility classes is more important, and we are seeing only less number of utility classes, but many utility classes are available in util package. We can make use of those things in our program. The one thing that you need to remember, students, when you are going to develop any web applications in Java and or in Python, don't go with hard code. There are many libraries are available. Try to search on the internet. What is your task? Give that problem statement on the Google, and that Google will give you the predefined libraries that has been associated in our Java or in our Python, and make use of those predefined libraries and try to do smart work. Don't go with hard coding. Now market is there for hard coding. In future market won't be there for hard coding, I'm very sure, because it's going to be a cycle, rotates it. ఎప్పుడు హార్డ్ కోడ్ రాసినందుకు డిమాండ్ ఉంటుందని మనం అనుకోవచ్చు, కానీ ఇట్స్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఇట్ మైట్ నాట్ బి లైక్ దట్. సో ఇన్ ఫ్యూచర్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి లైక్, you know how to use it, just like how you are using mobile application in your mobile, like that you need to know how to use the libraries. Many libraries are coming into the market. The only thing is we need developers where they can make use of libraries effectively. With that, what happens is, within short period of time we can do many things. Many things. Okay, so try to use that kind of thing. Try to Google it always, and then you'll be knowing the things. Okay, and what Gayatri asked now, is it possible to change this our system date and time from Java program? I think to my extent, to my knowledge, it is not possible, and might be it is possible with some other programming languages like C and C++. And you search on the internet, Gayatri, is there any possibility to change the things with respect to it? But I'm very sure that it's not possible with Java, and it's not possible with Python. It is possible with C, I think. Try to look into it. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So these are the things. Now let's go with the one more class called date class. Date class represents the date and time in Java. And one more thing that I would like to say here, date class is present in two different packages. One is SQL package, other one is what util package. Other one is what util package. One is SQL package, other one is what a util package. These two packages contains a date class, and your SQL package date class doesn't contains a default constructor, I will discuss it. I will discuss in the program. Try to listen this. Date class represents the date and time. And after calendar class, most of the constructors and methods of java.date class has been depreciated. It provides the methods to deal with the date and time in Java. So it provides some set of things to us, but it's not going to be as convenient as calendar. It's going to be somewhat different. It's not going to be as convenient as calendar. It's going to be somewhat different. And how it is going to be different, let's see. We have some set of methods, boolean after what a date. Then what happens is test if the current date is after the given date, and boolean before date, and test if the current date is before the given date. We'll discuss it, how we'll be doing it. Compares, equals, and it compares the date with the given date, and equals compares the current date with the given date for equality. And get a time, it returns the time. Set a time, it changes the current date and time to a given system, to a given time. And toString method converts this date into a string object, object. So let's see the program of this date class, so that you might be understanding it. First of all, we'll be seeing about this fine. So what I'm doing here is I'm making everything in comments. Now try to observe here. I imported two packages, util as well as SQL. And this both classes contains a date class, and I'm creating an object for this date class. And after that, I'm going to print system.out.println of d. Now I'm going to compile this java c space demo.java. Will it execute or it generates any error? The reason is that SQL and then util contains same class called date. Now here I'm creating date object. Suppose if I'm not importing here SQL, let us assume that I'm not importing here SQL, right? I'm going to compile it. This time there won't be any error. It prints the date. This time there won't be any error at all. It prints system current date and time. But if you import here java.sql.star. Now in this case, what happens? The date class, I'm going to create an object, and this date is from two different packages, util and SQL. If I'm not imported util, there won't be any problem. So if I'm not imported util or SQL, only one package if I imported means, then I can create a date object, either it from SQL, either it from util. I can create an object. But here what happened is two classes contains the same class called date, and when I'm going to compile it, the Java compiler will generate an ambiguous error. Reference to date is ambiguous. Both the class java.sql. And class java.util.date in util matches class. So it generates an ambiguous error. And one more thing is that discuss ambiguous error. In order to resolve that problem, what we'll be doing is we'll be using fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name means till now we created an object with respect to what class name, date d1 is equal to new date, like that we created. But if two packages have same class means, then what I'm doing here is I'm going to take fully qualified class name java.util.date d1 is equal to new space java.util.date opening and closing parenthesis semicolon. After that, I'm going to print current date and time. And here java.sql.date d2 is equal to new java.sql.date. And here I need to send some parameter. If I'm not going to send some parameters, then what it doesn't create an object. It doesn't create an object. See, it generates an error. It generates an error. See, generates an error because no suitable constructor found for date arguments. No suitable constructor is found for date arguments. That means java.sql.date d2 is equal to new SQL constructor is not there. And definitely we need to send some parameter to this constructor. Definitely we need to send some parameter to this constructor. Let's see what this is going to print. See here, what the date from util package, we got appropriate thing, but the date from SQL package, we not got it. We not got anything. Just we are taken something called double two. We are taken. Now I'm going to change it something like this. I'm going to take the current date only. That is, I'm going to take 2021, comma 30. Sorry, 06, comma 30. I'm going to take. Let's save this. Let's compile this. Okay, so we got with respect to util package, we got the same thing, but with respect to this SQL, we not got the same thing, right? 3921-07 and then -30, because internally what happens is some calculations they will be using to based on the arguments given in the constructors, they will be using what certain calculations, and according to that calculations they will be what setting the date over here. They will be setting the date over here. Okay, so what calculations that are there, you can refer Java API, you will be seeing that, but it's not required to know all these things here, but for understanding purpose, what I taken over here. Okay, so because two different classes, two packages contains the same class, and how to use that, how to create an object for those classes, for that purpose we discuss this thing, right? So is it clear for everyone? If you are not understood this, how we got the output, that that's not required. If you understood up to this, then it's okay. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. If two classes have the same, two packages have the class name, same class, then it's recommended to go with fully qualified class name. Like this, we need to make use of it. Okay, right. So let's go with another program. Fine. So here I'm going with only java.util package. So we will be taking the class from that java.util package only. Now what happens is I'm creating a date. I'm creating a date object. Date d1 is equal to new date. Date d1 is equal to new date. At the time of creating an object itself, I'm sending some parameters, that is year, what month, and then date I'm going to send. After that, I'm going to take the current date. After that, I'm going to take the current date. If without any parameters, if you create date object means, then it uses the current date. That means your d1 contains what 21/11/2000 date, and d2 contains current date, that is 36/2021, and your d3 contains what 3/1/2022, what a date it contains. Now we'll be using this after, before, and then compare to what methods we'll be using over here. Right, let's save this. First of all, what we'll be doing is we'll try to print this date d1, d2, d3. We try to print this what dates. D1, D2, D3, save it. Java C space date demo1.java. Okay, so we got here, see the date that we set over there, Friday, December 21. D1 we print, right? So some other things we got over there, just like how we got with respect to that. It's taking something different over there. 03, okay. Wednesday, okay, okay. 11 December, okay. But here it's not taking appropriate. Everything it has taken okay, but it's not taking year appropriate. Okay. I think think here it's not taking properly. Okay, it's taking something different over here. Okay, we'll look into it later. Now what happens is we'll be using here before and after date. So D3 dot, D3 means what? This one, and 2022 year, but it will be considering as which year? D3, 3922. So 3922 dot D1. D1 means what? Current date. So this D3 comes after D1 or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it returns what? True. And the true is stored in A, and we'll be printing something like D3 comes after what? D2. D2 is our current date, and D3 comes after D2. We'll be printing true over that. And same thing happens with respect to what? D2. So D2 is what? Their current date, and D3 is what? Next date. That means it come in the future. So D3 comes before D2 means no. It returns what? False. Because D3 is what? D3 date is what? 3922 doesn't comes after before what? D2. D2 is our current date. 3923 means after 2021 only 3922 will come. So in this case it returns what? And false, and that false is going to be stored in what? False is going to be stored in what? A, B, and we are going to print this B. And compared to it has what? Something different thing here. If both are same, it prints what? 0, I think, right? D1 I'm taking, and let's try to do this. If both are same, it returns what? 0. It returns 0. If both are not same, suppose I'm going to take here D2, and then D1. So D1 thing is 3920. 3920 means it has to come after this. Then it has to return -1. After date means it returns what? -1. -1 it has to return. Okay, it returning -1. What happened here is, try to observe here, D2 is our current date and D1 is what? Upcoming date. If you are comparing current date with respect to upcoming date, then it returns what? -1. Then it returns what? -1. Suppose you are going to do something here, D1. D1 is going to be an upcoming date. D2 is going to be what? Current date. Current date. That means D1 is an upcoming and D2 is what? Current date. In this case, it returns what? 1. If you take here first as a previous date and the next comparing with the upcoming date means returns what? -1. If you take here what upcoming date and comparing with the current date means it uses 1. It uses 1. If both the dates are same, it uses what? 0. It uses what? 0. So let's try this. Now this time we'll be getting 1. Okay, this time it's getting what? 1 over there. So 3 different ways we can use. Okay, I think apart from this, compared to you got clarity on this before and after dates. Okay,
Sir, after date D1 ga sir.
D3, D3.
D3 comes after date D1 ga sir. System dot out dot println. D1 ga sir.
నేను చేంజ్ చేశాను రా బాబు ఇందా. Okay, is it clear? Respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, date గురించి రాసారా థియరీ?
No, sir.
Take this 3 points all of you and then program fast, make it fast. One more program we need to discuss. Completed?
Yes, sir.
Make a note of this program, all of you. So we completed string tokenizer, scanner, calendar, date. Okay, one more thing is there, random. After this, we'll complete that. Takes less time only, random. And other two top classes are there. One is a bit set, and other one is going to be formatter. And this also takes less time. And we'll discuss that in 4th hour. And might be we are lefting with comparator. We may left with comparator, and that comparator we'll be discussing on Saturday. And apart from comparator, remaining everything I'm going to cover in 4th unit, 4th hour. Okay. So most probably only except one concept, remaining everything was done in your 4th unit, that is comparator, that we'll discuss on Saturday's class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And separate attendance will be given for 1st hour, 2nd hour, and then 4th hour. Based on your duration, I'm giving attendance. Yesterday also I done the same thing. And be careful that you need your overall duration must be of at least 75 to 80 minutes. If it's not going to be 75 to 80 minutes, then I'm not saying that 120 minutes. Okay, at least 75 to 80 minutes. If you are there, then you will be getting 2 hours attendance. Otherwise, it's very difficult to get attendance. Completed?
No, sir.
Okay. Yeah, completed.
Completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. The next thing is, if you want to generate the random numbers, then we can make use of this random class. And the easiest way to create random number is to create a random class object. And after creating random class object, we can use these methods to generate the random numbers. Returns the random number as integer, and returns Boolean value. Returns the next random number uniformly distributed between 0 to 1.0. And returns next random number uniformly distributed float value between 0 to 1.0. And next int returns next random uniformly distributed int value. Next int returns a random number uniformly distributed between values 0 and n. That means if you're giving certain range, certain value, and it distributes, it returns a random number between 0 and n, between 0 and then n. So let's enter into the thing here. That means if you want to generate random number, then we can make use of this. Generally, this random numbers things will be used, especially in generating OTPs. Nowadays, everywhere this OTPs is coming into the picture. OTP are coming into the picture. It's going to be one of the authentication for what email, Gmail verification, for everything will be going with OTP only. If what your mobile missed, your what mobile got missed, is not there with you, it was what you missed your mobile somewhere else, then they can do many things with your mobile. Okay, many things with your mobile. They can make use of your mobile number, and they can what get the OTPs and all. Nowadays what happens is for what banking applications also, they're using what sensors, fingerprint they will be taking, and with the help of that fingerprint only many transactions are going to be done. Sometimes what happens is this might be your fingerprint might be matching with others also, because if you consider one simple thing I would like to say you, if you consider your fingerprint of your what anyone, and it will be matches with your other hand. That means if you are given sensor to the sensor, if you are giving input as your right hand fingers, and if you are doing operating your mobile with the left hand also, sometimes it's going to work, it is going to be matched, right? So it might be matching with other fingerprints also, sometimes, not all the cases, sometimes. It's rare case, it's rare case. So be careful with that when you are going to do transactions from your mobile, or if you are using mobile applications, you need to be very careful. And this OTPs are also will be generated randomly. And as if you need a 4-digit, we can generate what 4-digit OTPs, 5-digit OTPs, like different ways are there to generate. And this can be done with the help of random only. This can be done with the help of what random. So let's see one simple program how we'll be generating random, and very simple things are there here. Returns the next random number as integer, and then next boolean returns a boolean value. Next boolean, if you want to generate a boolean, then it returns what boolean randomly, either 0 or 1, either it generates 0 or 1. Next double, it's going to be distributed what 0 to 1.0. Next float, it is distributed between 0 to 1.0. Next int, it's uniformly distributed, any integer value will be getting. Next what int, if you are giving n, means between that 0 to n, it will be, you'll be getting that thing. Now let us enter into this Java API, and let's see whether is there any possibility to give starting point and ending point, and between that itself you want to generate a number. Something is there, let's see what is that random, right? Any other method is there? Generates a next bits. So there is no kind of thing like beginning and ending, we can't specify over there. That means if we want to generate only 3-digit number as an OTP, 3-digit number or 4-digit number, then is there any way in that or not, that I'm seeing here? Okay, I think we need to write the logic manually for that. So this is very simple program. Just I created random object. After that, I'm using one for loop. Inside this for loop, I am taking that for loop for I is equal to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5, it will execute 5 times. It will be executed. Just I'm taking here rd dot next int of 100 plus 1. Rd dot next int of what 100 plus 1. That means here I'm taking next int of 100. Next int of 100 means what is next int? It returns a random random number uniformly distributed int value between 0 to n. 0 to n means here it generates a random number between 0 to 100, and to that we are adding 1. To that we are adding what 1, and after adding that 1 we'll be getting this thing. That means first random I value means 1, first random number colon rand. It generates this instruction, will generate a random number between 0 to 100, and after getting that, that will be added with respect to this 1, and we'll be getting that random number. And same thing happens with respect to float. Next float, it is distributed between 0 to 0.1, and between that it will be, you'll be getting the thing, and 0 to 0.1 you'll be getting this thing. Suppose you want to generate a 3-digit number, then I can take here like this. Let's see. Java C random demo.java and Java -cp okay. So we got 4-digit number because we are taken there 1000. First integer random number 1044 and 1063, and then 1018, 1007, 1019, and then what the float number and this number. Okay. And suppose if you need a 5-digit number as an OTP, then what will be taking some cutoff over here, and it generates a random number between 0 to 1000, and that 1000 with respect to this 5-digit number, then we'll be getting the numbers like that. Random numbers you'll be getting. Okay. So if you want to change the sequence, this sequence also you can change it. So how you can change it is you can add like this. More random we are making it. Okay. Like that we'll be using it. Okay. Clear with this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So this random main importance is to generate OTPs in banking applications as well as for verification. Nowadays, you'll be seeing everywhere. Sometimes in some applications, there is no username and password also. There is only one mobile number, and that OTP comes to your mobile number. That's it. That only they will be using as a primary verification. That's it. Apart from that, they're not asking any email ID. They're not asking any other thing. Only mobile number they're asking. The best example for this is CoWIN app, where you want to log in with your mobile number. There is no username and password. Just you need to give your mobile number, and OTP comes to your. And that OTP you need to enter, and it uses a verification. After verified that OTP, then you will be entering into the home page of CoWIN app. Then you can book the slot and all. So this is how what the importance that we are giving for mobile. So be careful. If someone had taken your mobile, means everything is going to be there on their hands. Okay, like make a note of this, all of you. Have understood?
Yes, sir.
ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ని ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్ ఎట్లా చేస్తాం సార్?
Nana?
లైక్ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ ఇస్తే ఓటీపీ జనరేట్ అవ్వాలని ఎలా చేస్తాం?
అది వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్ లో చేస్తాం. మీకు WT అన్న సబ్జెక్ట్ వస్తుంది. ఇలాంటి PHP లో ఏం చేస్తారంటే, ఫ్రంట్ ఎండ్ లో మీరు ఒక టెక్స్ట్ బాక్స్ లో డేటాను ఎంటర్ చేసిన తర్వాత సబ్మిట్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే, ఆ సబ్మిట్ బటన్ మనం ఈకోవిన్ లో సైన్ ఇన్ అని చెప్పేసి క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇంటర్నల్ గా ఒక లాజిక్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. అంటే సబ్మిట్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఇంకొక ప్రోగ్రామ్ రావాలి అక్కడికి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ మనం ఫంక్షన్స్ ని ఎలా కాల్ చేస్తే ఫంక్షన్ కంట్రోల్ ఇక్కడ ఆగేసి అక్కడికి వెళ్తుంది, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి ఆ ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ రిటర్న్ ఎలా అయితే వస్తుందో, అలానే మీరు సబ్మిట్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేసిన వెంటనే ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ వస్తుంది. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఇది వ్యాలిడ్ మొబైల్ నంబరా కాదని చెక్ చేస్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ వ్యాలిడ్ మొబైల్ నంబర్ అవుతే దెన్ what immediately generates an OTP with the help of random function or random class or something else which was there in that particular language that they are chosen, and that OTP will come into your mobile with the help of SMS. మనకి మెసేజ్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ మెసేజ్ ఆప్షన్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే థర్డ్ పార్టీతో టైఅప్ అవుతారు ఆ మెసేజ్ ఆప్షన్ కూడా. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇమీడియట్ గా మనంతట మనము మొబైల్ కి మెసేజ్ పంపడానికి ఉండదు. కొన్ని బల్క్ మెసేజెస్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. And those bulk message organizations, what they will be doing is they will be charging us something like for 100 rupees 1000 messages, like that they will be charging. So immediately we'll be connecting with that bulk message service provider, and whatever the OTP or whatever the random number generated number over here, and that number we are sending as a message through that third party service, and that will reach to our mobile immediately, and we'll be entering that OTP in our application, and whatever the number that was got in our mobile, and that will be compared with the OTP or the number which was already generated in the program, and what we entered, what was there with that, both has been compared. If match is found, then it gives us the next page. Okay, and that kind of logic can be called as a business logic or server side logic. Business logic or server side logic. Okay, just refer w3schools.com PHP or servlets JSPs, you'll be knowing it.
ఇప్పుడు మ్యాప్ ని ఒక యాప్ లో యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవాలన్నా గూగుల్ నుంచి పర్మిషన్ ఉండాలి సార్?
మళ్ళీ అడగండి.
మ్యాప్స్ ని ఒకవేళ ఒక యాప్ మనం మ్యాప్ బేస్డ్ తయారు చేస్తున్నాం అనుకుంటున్నాం, అంటే దానికి కూడా పర్మిషన్ కావాలా సార్?
అంటే ఈ లొకేషన్ బేస్డ్ యాప్స్ మీకు రెండు రకాలు ఉంటాయి. ఒకటి ఏంటంటే థర్డ్ పార్టీ వాడు ఆల్రెడీ మనకి సర్వీస్ ఇస్తాడు. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే మీరు ఓన్ గా లాజిక్ ని ఫ్రేమ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఆ టైంలో ఏం పర్మిషన్స్ ఏం అవసరం లేదు, మనం ఓన్ గా రాసుకోవచ్చు, లేదా థర్డ్ పార్టీ అయినా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అథెంటికేషన్ అంటున్నారా, మీరు ఏమంటున్నారు?
అంటే లైక్ ఒక ఊబర్ అవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి సార్, మ్యాప్ యాక్సెస్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఓన్ లాజిక్ రాసుకుంటారా, లేకపోతే సీదా గూగుల్ కి కనెక్ట్ అయిపోతుందా, గూగుల్ మ్యాప్స్ కి కనెక్ట్ అవుతుందా?
గూగుల్ మ్యాప్స్ కూడా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వదు నాన్న. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే మనకి ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ఈ మ్యాప్స్ కి కొన్ని థర్డ్ పార్టీ సర్వీసెస్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ థర్డ్ పార్టీ సర్వీసెస్ ఏం చేస్తాయంటే యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గూగుల్లో ఏదైతే ఉందో, అంటే గూగుల్ వెండర్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆ గూగుల్లో ఎలా అయితే ఉందో అదే మనకి ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తుంది. మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఊబర్లో మ్యాప్ ఎలా అయితే వస్తుందో గూగుల్లో అలా రాదు, ఓలోలో ఎలా అయితే వస్తుందో మళ్ళీ ఊబర్లో అలా రాదు, రైట్? మళ్ళీ గూగుల్లో అలా రాదు. అంటే ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా మనకి, అపీరియన్స్ అనేది చాలా డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే ఊబర్ వాడు ఓన్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ని తో డెవలప్ చేసుకున్నాడు, బట్ మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ మళ్ళీ గూగుల్నే యూస్ చేసుకుంటాడు, గూగుల్ని యూస్ చేసుకొని చేస్తాడు. ఈ ఓలో వాడు కూడా అంతే, గూగుల్ని యూస్ చేసుకుని చేస్తాడు, బట్ అపీరియన్స్ అనేది రెస్ట్రిక్షన్ ఇస్తాడు. మన గూగుల్లో శాటిలైట్ వ్యూ కనిపిస్తుంది, బట్ ఇందులో శాటిలైట్ వ్యూ కనిపించదు, ఓన్లీ నార్మల్ వ్యూ కనిపిస్తుంది. అపీరియన్స్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. బట్ వీళ్ళు ఓన్ గా డెవలప్ ఒకప్పుడు చేసేవాళ్ళు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఒక యాప్ తో వచ్చారనుకోండి, ఆ యాప్ మీరు చేయాలంటే మీరు ఓన్ గా డెవలప్ చేసుకునే వాళ్ళు. అగైన్ మళ్ళీ గూగుల్ లైబ్రరీస్ యూస్ చేస్తే, గూగుల్ మ్యాప్స్ లైబ్రరీస్ యూస్ చేస్తే ఆండ్రాయిడ్ లో డెవలప్ చేసుకునే వాళ్ళు. బట్ యాజ్ డేస్ కమ్స్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఇస్ దట్ థర్డ్ పార్టీస్ స్కీమ్. అంటే మీరు ఒక లొకేషన్ బేస్డ్ యాప్స్ చేయాలి అని అనుకుంటే మనం ఒక థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్ తో టైఅప్ అవ్వాలి. వాడు ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఇస్తాడు, ఆ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ని మన అప్లికేషన్ లో యూస్ చేసి రిమైనింగ్ లాజిక్ ని మనం ఫ్రేమ్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇప్పుడు ఏపీఎస్ఆర్టీసీ బస్సెస్ ఎక్కారా ఎప్పుడైనా మీరు? ఏపీఎస్ఆర్టీ బస్సెస్ టికెట్ బుక్ చేసిన తర్వాత మనకి మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది. మెసేజ్ లో లైవ్ ట్రాకింగ్ అని చెప్పేసి ఒక ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది, తెలుసా? అది క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఏపీఎస్ఆర్టీసీ సైట్ నుంచి రాదు మనకి లొకేషన్, థర్డ్ పార్టీ నుంచి వస్తుంది లొకేషన్. అంటే ఏపీఎస్ఆర్టీసీ వాడు ఏం చేస్తాడంటే ఈ బస్సు ట్రాకింగ్ సిస్టమ్ అన్నిటిని ఒక థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్కి ఇచ్చాడు. ఆ వెండర్ థీమ్ ఏంటంటే వాడు ఈ లొకేషన్ బేస్డ్ యాప్స్ ని వాడు కంట్రోల్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు అనమాట. ఓన్లీ బస్ యొక్క ట్రాకింగే వస్తుంది మనకు అక్కడ, బట్ రిమైనింగ్ సర్వీసెస్ అంతా, అంటే బస్ యొక్క ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ కానీ డీటెయిల్స్ కానీ అన్ని మనకి ఏపీఎస్ఆర్టీసీ వెబ్సైట్ లో అవైలబుల్ ఉంటాయి. అట్ ది సేమ్ టైమ్ దే గోయింగ్ టు సెండ్ దట్ డేటా టు దట్ పర్టికులర్ థర్డ్ వెండర్. Automatically, if bus was initiated, everything will be comes into that third party vendor. And ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనకు థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్ మనకు అందులో కనిపిస్తుంది, బట్ యాక్చువల్ గా అయితే అక్కడ మనం ఈ ఓలో ఇవన్నీ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఇందులో మనకు థర్డ్ పార్టీ వెండర్ కనిపించదు, బికాస్ దే ఆర్ కమింగ్ విత్ దేర్ ఓన్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ విత్ సమ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ సపోర్ట్. Android itself contains this related maps related things. We can make use of that predefined libraries in the Android application. Completed this, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Program, write down program. Already it's 11:02. If possible, write the program, all of you, and then we'll discuss in the next class.